everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Pratibha Rani, a forensic professional working at CFSL Kolkata. And first of all, guys, I'm really sorry because I am not well. That's why I was not able to make the lectures. But don't worry, guys. We'll cover the syllabus before exam. So one announcement for you guys that join the community, Pratibha's Forensic Notebook. This is the WhatsApp community. Here you will get the notes. And I know that newcomers will not get the notes as they join the group. They will not be able to access the notes, at that time period. So that's why I'm trying to upload the notes again and again in every night. Okay. So let's start with our lecture, guys. It will be based upon digital forensic. We'll cover two topics today, that is booting and file system. So guys, what is booting? Booting means this is the process of an starting in a computer system. Okay, we'll study the booting process stepwise. So first of all, power on. Power on means we supply the power to computer system. Okay, after that, post means power on self test. Okay, power on self test means it will check the computer hardwares or peripheral devices are working properly or not. After that, UEFI or BIOS. BIOS means basic input output devices, and UEFI is the updated version of BIOS. Okay, BIOS means it performs the various tasks such as checking the hardwares and other peripheral devices, and also it locates the bootloader. Okay, then in UEFI setup or BIOS setup, the function of bootloader comes. Okay, bootloader means to load the operating system into memory. Okay, so here are two bootloaders I'm discussing. That one is grub means Grand Unified Bootloader. This is used for Linux. Okay, and anti-LDR. This is anti-loader. Anti-loader is used for Windows. Okay, so these are two major bootloaders. Okay, they perform the basic process of booting. Okay, fifth step is operating system initialization. Here, the operating system kernel loader works. Okay, so basically this kernel load the operating system into the memory, and it initialize the devices, it initialize the device drivers and setup for the file system, and prepare the system for user interaction. Okay, after that, user space. So once the operating system is loaded, user can log in. Okay, and after that, the desktop window will be open. Let's discuss it again with the help of this flow chart. So first of all, if you power on, the system will be started. Okay, and it will perform the post means power on self test. If it in that post, it will check hardware components and amount of real memory. Okay, that hardware components are working properly or not. If it is successful, then system will follow the next step like BIOS bootloader process and OS kernel bootloading process. Then desktop window will be open. Okay, but if post is unsuccessful, okay, then it will then system will produce the beep sound or will show the error message. Okay, so I hope that you all got it, the booting process. Okay, so guys, now let's discuss about different type of booting. First one is cold booting. Cold booting means when we'll start the computer from its power off state. In this, it will follow the whole process of booting, like including the BIOS post or and hardware initialization. Okay, then second one is warm booting. Warm booting means when we just restarting the computer without being fully powered off. Okay, so it will skip the steps such as BIOS post and hardware initializations, because it will directly load the bootloader and operating system directly. Okay, that's why it will take the less time as compared to cold booting. Okay, I will show you the process of this cold booting and warm booting here in this demo. Okay, so now we'll see about the cold booting. So this is the process of cold booting, the process of starting of any particular system. If error is there, to show errors, or otherwise it just start. Okay, now it will show up the main screen. So here is our main screen. Okay, so now we'll see about the process of warm booting. So you just have to restart your computer, not shut down, just restart your computer, and then you will able to see the difference between start after the complete shutdown of the computer system and after restart, because in restart it will just take less time than basically power cold booting. It will take less time. Now you'll see. This is warm booting. Okay guys, Then third one is UEFI booting. UEFI means Unified Extensible Framework Interface. This is the modern replacement of BIOS, okay, because it will provide you the secure boot, and also only trusted drivers and operating systems can be loaded, okay. Then fourth one is network boot. Network boot or PXE boot. PXE means pre-boot execution environment. Pre-boot execution environment. It will allow the computer to boot from the network cards in spite of installed operating systems, okay. So you can just boot your system through the network interface cards, okay. Then fifth one is dual boot. Dual boot means when you have a two operating systems on your single computer, and you can choose that which one you want to boot and upon which one you work, okay. For example, Linux and Windows can be installed on one single computer, and you can choose that which one you boot on which one you work. Then sixth one is boot from USB or CD, okay. So in this kind of booting, we can make the USB or pen drive or CD bootable, and then we can boot the system. So this booting is also known as external booting, okay. So till here we have covered the type of booting. Now we'll move further onto file system. What is file system? File system means it is a method used by operating system and applications to store the data on hard disk, because hard disk is having so many sectors. So hard disk don't know that where I have to store this file and where I can check this file. So everything related to file will be done by file system, okay. So file system will help to store the files and manage the files, okay. So there are a lot of file systems, so we'll discuss one by one. First one is FAT. FAT means file allocation table. This is manufactured by Microsoft. This is a simple file system, and it is designed for some floppy disk. And after that, we started using on the hard disk also. So it's having further divisions: FAT12, FAT16, and FAT32. Here its bit size is also mentioned. FAT12 is having a 8-bit, and FAT16 having a size of 16-bit, and FAT32 having a size of 32 bits, okay. So basically it is used in Windows. This point you should remember, guys, that where we can use the file systems, okay, because one question will definitely come from the file system. In interview time also, they asked me like different kind of file system, and recent file system is used by the hard disk. So Windows, okay. So recent one is NTFS, okay. That is also our second one. NTFS is new technology file system. This is the latest file system, and we are using this file system on a Windows, okay. So it is having a feature such as encryption and permissions. So it is having a bit size of 32 and 64 bit. Then another one is exFAT. exFAT means extended file allocation table. This is designed for flash drives and other external storage devices such as memory cards, okay. So in memory cards we use exFAT. It is the extended version of FAT32. FAT32 is having a limitation of less file size and less partition size. So that's why file system was developed, and it is useful in Windows operating system, Mac operating system, and Linux operating system, okay. In Linux we have to use the exFAT drivers. Then another one is HFS, hierarchical file system. This is developed by Apple, okay. And it was the first file system used on Mac systems, and after that it was replaced by HFS Plus and Apple file system. So the next one is HFS Plus. This is the extension of HFS, okay, and it is also having a bit size of 16 and used on Mac operating systems. Then another one is APFS, Apple file system. This is used by Mac operating systems, and it is having a bit size of 64, and it is used for flash drives and SSD storage. And it's also having a feature of encryption, snapshot, and improved space allocation. Then another one is X2 by 3 by 4, second, third, and fourth extended file system. So they are just extended version of exFAT system, okay, which is used by Linux operating system. So this having a bit size of 32 and 64. Then ZFS, zettabyte file system. This is developed by Sun Microsystem and now owned by Oracle, okay. and is having a bit size of 128 and used by which kind of operating system? FreeBSD, Linux and Solaris operating systems. Then another one is BTRFS, that is B-tree file system. This is also for Linux and it's having a 64-bit size. You can study the description here. Then another one is REFS, Resilient File System. This is developed by Microsoft and used for Windows Server. Okay, it's also having a bit size of 64 bits. You can study the feature here such as integrity streams and automatic data scrubbing. The next one is XFS, X file system. This is developed by Silicon Graphics and it is used for Linux and IRIX operating system. Okay, it's having a 64-bit size. Then F2FS, flash friendly file system. Flash friendly file system. This is developed by Samsung with NAND flash memory. So guys, you just have to Google this memory, NAND flash memory. So till here we have covered our part A of computer forensics. Okay, and you will get the notes of this lecture also on WhatsApp community. So continue your preparation, guys, and I hope you are studying well. So we'll meet in our next video. Till then, bye bye, guys.